Your printer is plugged in, powered on, and sitting 3 feet away, but your computer insists it's unreachable. That offline status almost never means a broken machine. It means Windows didn't get a response, so it parked the printer and stopped accepting jobs. Repairing the conversation between your PC and printer comes down to a specific order of operations. We'll start with checks that take 60 seconds and work up to a 10-minute fix using your router password. Getting back online relies on following a precise sequence rather than testing a random volume of internet solutions. Step 1. Read the printer's own screen. Something as simple as a paper jam, an empty tray, or an open cover very often surfaces on your computer as an offline error. Clear the physical alert, and the status usually updates itself. Next, confirm you are aiming at the right device. Windows frequently promotes whatever you used last to default, meaning you might be sending your document to a PDF writer or a disconnected old model with a similar name. If the target is correct, we move to the fastest software fix available, a specific toggle that gets switched on by accident. Open Windows Settings, go to Bluetooth and Devices, then Printers and Scanners. Select your printer, open its print queue, click the printer menu at the top, and untick Use Printer Offline. Resolving these basic miscommunications right away saves you from digging into network settings for a problem that doesn't exist. When those quick checks come up empty, you need to restart your hardware in a specific sequence. Printer first, then your Wi-Fi router, and your computer last. Turn the printer off using its own power button, not by pulling the wall plug. This ensures the machine initiates a clean shutdown. Wait 30 seconds, power it back on, and let it fully wake up before moving to the router. If jobs are still stuck in the queue after rebooting, they can flip the printer right back to offline. Press the Windows key plus R, type services.msc, and hit Enter. Scroll down to Print Spooler, right-click it, and choose Restart. This clears the hidden digital backlog. One corrupted job at the front of the line blocks everything behind it, causing phantom offline errors to return the second you try to print again. There is a hidden network issue that catches people with modern routers, involving how your hardware separates radio frequencies. Many older printers operate strictly on the 2.4 GHz band, while your laptop likely defaults to 5 GHz. Usually fine, as both belong to one network. But some routers have AP isolation, acting as a deliberate wall between bands, preventing your devices from communicating. To test this, temporarily connect your laptop to the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi network. If that stuck document prints, you have found the cause. The printer's reliance on that older frequency is a standard network reality, not a defect. You either need to keep both devices on the same band, or log into your router and disable that isolation setting. If your connection issues started right after a Windows update, you might have seen alarming stories online about legacy printers suddenly dying. Articles pointed to a January 2026 update as the end of legacy support. But Microsoft issued a correction, stating that if your printer works with Windows today, it will continue to work. The actual policy change only restricts how manufacturers submit new drivers to the Windows Update system. Existing drivers remain available, and installed printers keep functioning without any action required on your part. Updates can still cause localized conflicts. Open Device Manager and look for a yellow warning triangle next to your printer. If you see one, bypass Windows and download a fresh driver directly from the manufacturer's website. Software updates rarely render a piece of hardware instantly obsolete. Knowing exactly where to check your drivers saves you from buying a replacement out of misplaced fear. If your printer falls offline every single week or every time the router reboots, you need to stop refixing it and address the cause. By default, your router dynamically hands out new IP addresses. We are going to lock yours in place using a DHCP reservation. First, use the printer's own menu screen to print a network configuration page. Find the machine's MAC address and note down its current IP address. Next, open a web browser and log into your router. You'll typically use an address like 192.168.1.1, along with the credentials printed on the router's physical sticker. Look through the settings for a menu called DHCP Reservation or Static Lease. Enter the printer's MAC address and pair it to the permanent IP address you wrote down. Save those settings and restart the printer. Finally, tell Windows where to look. Open your printer properties, go to the Ports tab, and confirm the connection port is updated to match this newly locked permanent IP address. This addresses the root cause of the error. Taking 10 minutes to pin the IP down permanently ends the weekly troubleshooting loop. The queue is clear, the IP address is locked, and that frustrating communication gap is closed. Save the replacement budget for the day the hardware starts throwing severe mechanical errors, or the manufacturer stops publishing drivers for current operating systems. If this guide got your documents printing again, hit like, share it with the designated printer wrangler, and subscribe for more honest tech guides. Because an offline printer is a solvable communication error, not a death sentence for the machine.